God damn. Hi, how are you doing? My name is Mung'ala movie. So I received this phone call from a friend of mine. That was yesterday. And the conversation we had was not the usual, how are you doing? Have you been? You know, it's been a long time. The conversation was this particular fellow, and this is someone I've known for the last, say, since the early 2000s, since we were kids, since, back in the days for high school. And this particular guy, when he called me yesterday, and this is someone I haven't spoken to in perhaps over a decade, if I'm not wrong. So when this guy called me, he was borrowing money. Something that is not unusual. I know we all borrow money at one point, whether you're borrowing your friend, whether you're borrowing Mshwari, Fuliza, whatever. We all borrow money at one point. So the reason I brought this up is because this guy was not borrowing your usual 5K, 10K, 30K, 5Gs. No, this guy was borrowing 50 bob. And I don't want to sound as a spoiled brat or a cool kid, rich kid, whatever, because I'm not. That really, caught me by surprise. Because number one, this is a guy that I know who's got moolah from here to Timbuktu, at least the last time I checked. They come from a well-off family. They're doing pretty good. Everybody in the family, from the parents to the siblings, are doing pretty well. It's like, I don't know who your friends are, but let's assume that your friend is the Prince of Wales. Yeah? Right now it's Prince William. I think it's Prince William. So let's assume Prince William, your buddy, calls you today and borrows you 50 bob. That would scare you, right? Well, not scare you, but it would shock you. So that's where I was when this person called me and borrowed money. Like I said, it's not a bad thing to borrow money. Let's borrow money as long as we can repay it, right? So my problem came because, like I said, this is someone I knew or I know comes from an affluent family. And a lot of questions ran through my mind. Why didn't he borrow the siblings, the brothers and sisters, the cousins? Because again, like I said, big family, big money. Why did he trickle down to me? And don't forget, this is someone I haven't spoken to in, like I said, probably a decade plus, right? Then it got me thinking. It really got me thinking. I think there's something wrong. Pardon me. I think there's something wrong with our generation. And by our generation, I mean the millennials. I'm a millennial, okay? I think there's something inherently wrong. Why? Hatujajipanga. And by the way, I'm not saying that nimejipanga pia, but I'm just bringing this to the front so that probably we can pick each other's brain on it. I'm in my late 30s. Yeah, a lot of you know that I'm now 38, turned 38 in May. And it is becoming increasingly frequent for me to receive those kinds of calls. I don't know about the rest of you, but it's becoming increasingly frequent. Getting these phone calls, someone is borrowing 5K, 10K, 50K. One of you, borrowed me 100K at one point. Obviously, I didn't have it. Unfortunately, I didn't give it because I didn't have it. And that was for a completely different story. 100K ni do mob. You're one mtu wa biashara, obviously. Si mtu anataka kukuomba 100K and out. But these are the people borrowing the 5Gs and the 2Gs and the 1K. And it's not money for nipatie tao nende nikakunywe ama nipatie tao nikafanye kitu crazy. Nipatie tao ni buy food. Nipatie tao 5 nimalizie rent. Nipatie tao 2 tuko hospitali na mtoi na sina pesa ya kulipia ABCD, sijui kuna test, sijui kuna consultation and all that. And it's people from my generation, millennials. And it's shocking me. I see my parents, because them they are baby boomers. They also have their friends who will call and borrow X amount of money, 5K, 10K. but for them, you see, it's big money because they also have big stuff they're doing. They have businesses, they have cars, they have these loans, mortgages, nini. So you understand that level of borrowing, yeah? But now for a millennial like myself, and by the way, this money that is being borrowed is not being borrowed so that it can be paid back. Me, it's not like I've never borrowed money. By the way, me, I've borrowed money more times than I can count. But when I do that, and for those of you who know I've borrowed you money, okay, I will borrow with a deadline for payment. Okay, so I'll call you, be like, hey, Niaje Mato, give me 5 Gs. I will pay you on Friday. Like I'll give you a definite date. Give me money, give me 10 Gs, give me 5 Gs, I'll pay you end month. Give me this amount of money, I'll pay you in a fortnight. But now, lately, haina deadline. Niaje Bovi, niokole taombili. Full stop. Like full stop. So you have to be the one to make that initiative and ask, oh, hey, sir, taombili, okay. Neza kakuskumia, alafu unaona utanilipa lini? Like you have to be the one to literally ask, when are you going to pay this money? Because this person who's borrowing you money doesn't even know whether they'll pay you back, because they are not going to pay you back. And I'm not just talking about the unemployed or people in businesses. I'm talking about every single caliber kind of person. The unemployed, the employed, and the people in biz. Okay? And I'm not going to mention names because I'm not here to embarrass anyone, because this, like I said, it's very understandable that, we have to borrow money. But, I have even bankers calling me and they're like, yo, mbuvi niaje, niokole. And mind you guys, I've told you I'm not rich, so don't call me asking for money, because right now I do not have it. So, they call. These are people who are salaried people, yeah? And they're like, yo, niaje, manze, mbuvi nisukumie tao. Nisukumie 500. Nisukumie sombili. Yo, give me a sock. Give me 50 bob. And it really pushed me to make this video and just ask, what the F? What's going on, guys? We are in trouble, and we are in big trouble. And I think it's high time tuanze kujipanga. I think it's high time we start getting financial literacy classes, or whatever you want to call them. Google if you have to. Like, go get onto YouTube if you have to. And just say that, yo, I need to understand how to handle my money. I need to know how to take care of my future. Right now, like I said, 38 years old, right? And I'm thinking in the next 22 years, I will be 60. So that means I'll be unable to get unemployment. Actually, right now, even as it is, hakuna employment. People are not getting jobs at all, And it's just one of those things that is really making me feel like we are headed in a very bad place, towards a very bad place. The country as it is already, things are bad, everything. The other day, I went and bought bread. Me, I don't take bread for obvious reasons. First of all, weight manenos. Me who gain weight, Evie. So I avoid bread, anything wheat, samosas, chapati, mkate, cakes, nini. Mina zitorokanga. Okay. So, but anyway, I had to go buy bread a couple of days ago. And guess what? I found out that bread is 65 bob. I'm not living in a bubble. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm not a cool kid. But I had to buy bread because, we're gaining, so I have to go get bread, sort them out. And I found out that bread is 65. I mean, the last time I bought bread, it was Kedo 35, 40 bob, I think, if I'm not wrong. And that's a long, long time ago, And I'm just thinking right now, if bread is 65, things must be hella expensive. Because, bread is like a benchmark. Bread is like, if bread imeenda juu, jua tu kila kitu imeenda juu. Nikaa kitunguu na nyanya, hizo zikienda juu, jua kila kitu imeenda juu. So, pia, mafuta ikienda juu, because mafuta hutumika kutransport stuff, kila kitu imeenda juu. And so I was shocked. The number of DMs I have on my Facebook, Twitter, like every social media page I have, the number of sorry guys, I had something that had gas. The number of DMs I'm getting, people asking for jobs, man, it is crazy, mind-boggling manenos. Everybody's just looking for a job. Everyone is looking for an opportunity. People are asking to be my PA. People are asking, like, people are just making, they're looking for a way out, you know? And it's crazy out here. So what am I saying? If you're in a position right now that you can make money, please make money and don't spend it all. Make money and spend less. Make money and just save money, you know? Like, you need to think about tomorrow. We seriously, let me stop saying you, but I'm saying we need to think about tomorrow. Yeah? And I'm not making this video because I'm angry and tired and annoyed because I don't pick a no. It's just that there are people I do not expect to ask me for 50 bob, and that's why I use the example of the Prince of Wales. Imagine Uhuru Kenyatta akupigie simu saizi. Maybe he's your boy. Uhunye akupigie simu akwambia manzejo niokole na so. Do you know it will make you jump out of your seat? It will, even your own soul will leave your body because it's like, what? Like Uhunye asked for, you know, a sock. So that's me. That's where I am right now with my friends and the guys who are asking for money. And I know, like I said, I know times are hard. People are losing jobs left, right, and center. Especially for us guys in the media, you know what is happening. The media doesn't have money to pay us anymore, you know. A lot of you know that I left K24 just in January, and it's because there's just no money to pay people, you know. Of course, some companies are being mismanaged left, right, and center. Not pointing any fingers or mentioning any names or mentioning any companies, but there is no money. You know what is happening on, like, you know, companies like Standard Group. People are going crazy. People want to kill themselves because hawajalipwa miezi sijui imekaribia kufika hata mwaka, you know. And other stations, you know what happened with Nation Media. They had to lay off people, you know, because they just can't afford to pay. And it's not like ati wanachuja wase wanalipwa milioni moja. No, they're not letting go of people who are being paid that is half a million. No, people even earning as low as 30K. You're being told, my friend, ya gotta go. Sasa 30K, surely you're letting someone go because of 30 G's, you know, because you can no longer pay them. You tell me, what about the guys who are graduating with degrees in mass communication, degrees in journalism, degrees in whatever, man? People who are expecting to get into these jobs in the media. And that's just the media industry. At least me, I can mention that because I am in that space. It's bad. And it's really, really, really bad. So if you're a Gen Z, millennial, Gen Alpha, whatever you guys want to call yourselves, if you're making money, if you're making mula, if you're making mukuchu, kama unatengeneza mkwanja, if you have paper, my friend, ebu stop spending it like there is no tomorrow, because there's tomorrow, and that tomorrow is bad. It's really bad. It's really bad because the number, and not just calls. If you talk to companies like Tala, if you talk to Akina Mshwari, they'll tell you the defaulters are skyrocketing. Because today you think you have a job, tomorrow you wake up, you don't have a job. You know, biashara nikani iliamka imebebwa na maji usiku, man. Yeah. So, and bills are cropping up. Medical bills are cropping up from God knows where. Today you're okay, tomorrow you wake up, you go to the hosi, you thought you had a cough, the doctor tells you have cancer. Then now what do you have to do? It's either you fundraise or now you wait to die. Yeah, I remember my mom during COVID, she was diagnosed with cancer, and It was one of the most scariest moments in my life. She was a few months to retirement, and there you're told, cancer. And I was just thinking about the medication, because cancer is not just cancer because it's cancer. Even after you've gone to surgery, cancer doesn't end there. Cancer follows you probably sometimes even for the rest of your life, because you have to keep on doing what they call tests. You have to keep on going to the doctor's appointments. Like my mom, every 3 months has to go to a doki, and it costs upward of 20, depending. To every visit there's like a 20 G's and above, depending on what needs to be done. Now you can imagine that kind of cost, God forbid, for the rest of her life. And we thank God, so far so good. Cancer hasn't been detected, and you guys played a big role. Of course, you came through. Mlichanga, niliwapatia pay bill, mkadu the thing, mkatengeneza life yenye nilidhani imeisha. So big shout out for that. If you've never heard me say thanks, man, I mean, asante. But that's another experience I'm talking about. So you can imagine you wake up one morning, you go to the doctor because you thought you had a cough. You told my friend it's lung cancer, throat cancer, brain cancer, whatever cancers that nowadays just crop up out of the blues. So we have got to think about tomorrow. So again, I remind you, whether you're in employment, whether you're in business, whether you're just a hustler like me, make money and save money. Save money so that you really do not have to call someone and ask for 50 bob. Again, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. If you have to, please make that call. Usikufe na njaa because Mbuvi amesema usikope 50 bob. Hakuna aibu ya kukopa 50 bob by the kopa. Usilale njaa, usikufe njaa. Kopa 10 bob hata ikibidi ngovo. Enda kama mboga mwambie nipatie nyanya za 10 bob. Usikufe njaa, bro. Or sis, you know? But we really need to start thinking about the future, and we need to get our mindset out of this employment situation. Nowadays, there's so many ways you can make money. I'm lucky. Sorry again. Isa. I am lucky. I have a few talents here and there. I'm lucky I can do stand-up. I'm lucky I can do, what is it called? Voiceovers. I'm lucky I can MC. Wow, kwanza ku MC. Any gigs, please. I'll let your boy. I need those gigs like today, you know. So I'm lucky. I can do things. I'm lucky I can do consultation on various things, you know. Do something here, unarushua thao, unarushua thao 10, unarushua thao 2 pale, and it keeps you going, you know. You're able to at least see tomorrow and the day after that, and I'm lucky because of that. But now imagine someone who has got nothing. Hey, ukitengeneza do. Again, I will keep on repeating this as many times as I can so that you guys can hear. If you can make money, make it. But please, if you do not have to spend that money, don't spend it. Guys, let's stop going to the clubs on Friday night. Let's stop going to the clubs on Saturday night. Mimi mnanijua. Mtu ananiambia kama ameniona club. Okay, sasa sienangi club kabisa. But I rarely go to the club. Daniel iko tu hapa hivi Mombasa Road. Siendangi. Kuna F1, ni F1, itikati ilifungangwa. Kuna ingine iko huku chini, kuna itoaje, Thiriva, ukiana Thiriva, iko ni Petro City, I think. Kuna club kakopo kwa ushika. Wasanii wengi kwanza, maselebo wengi wa kambo huendanga huko hivyo. Me, I don't go clubbing. You will not find me in Westie. You will not find me in Tao. Once in a while, yes, when something calls. Unajua kuna mabest wako pia wanakuanga insistent sana, wanakuambia Mbuvi ni acha kujifanya manze joko nimekuwa mwanamke siku hizi, wewe toka tuende. Unajifanya sana, toka tuende. Once in a while I will go. But me, I'd rather buy my kamzinga, chill in the digs, si pole pole, watch some Netflix, you know. rather than go to the club and ukienda club, big hesabu ya club. How much will you spend on Mzinga? Yeah? Not less than 2 Gs, 5 Gs, 2,500, sorry. Yeah? And for the very high-end boaties, probably go up to even 10, 15 Gs, 20 Gs. Hapo ndipo bei imefika. Wewe hebu niambie, unaenda kukunywa pesa yote. Alafu I hope ukikunywa hivyo, na mimi sikwambi usiende out. Enda out by all means. Enda kunywe. Enda ununue mzinga zako za 20k. But as you do that, please just make sure as you drink 20, for every 20k you drink, there's at least 50 Gs in the account. For every 20k you drown, make sure there's a 50k somewhere. So if you're drowning 40k, make sure there's 100k in the account. Because tomorrow is not guaranteed as far as money is concerned. We might wake up also and die, God forbid. But, if you're going to be alive and if you want to keep on living, just make sure, man, that you're not spending everything that you've worked hard for in just meaningless lifestyle. Travel, see the world, yes. Do something for your bay, by all means. But just do not waste money. And by the way, if you're there in the DMs asking for a jobo, well and good. But also, let's think about skills that we can acquire that can help us navigate through this life as it is. And by that I mean, yes, you might be having a degree in biotechnology, like moi. You might be having a degree in medicine, good for you. You might be having, a degree in physics. But just make sure that you also have other skills in case everything goes to shit. Because sometimes it does. You could be employed. And then your industry, just like the media industry, dies. So what happens? You need other skills that can help you survive outside your area of expertise. You need other things that can help you see again, like I say, see tomorrow. So that means, please, by all means, make sure you have, whether it's carpentry, whether it's hairstyling, it doesn't matter whether it's man or woman, where make sure unajua kutengeneza nywele kama unaweza. Kama passion yako ni kutengeneza vidole za madem pia, wewe jua vile utazitengeneza. Kama wewe ni mswa kinyozi ni nini, make sure unaweza. Because kuna wakati itafika utataka ku make dough kwa hiyo industry yako na inakataa. Mdosi wako siku moja asubuhi mke akwambie manze Joe Kevo, Susan, we can no longer pay you. Bye. So what are you going to do? I hope this helps someone. I honestly do. Even if it just helps one, if I can help one person, I'll be so happy. All right? So focus on what is important, make money, have a family, and just make sure you save for tomorrow. I don't care where you will put your money, whether you put it in a bank, whether you put it in a circle, under the mattress, or you put it in an investment opportunity. Ujenge manyumba za kurent, sawa. We make sure too, when shit hits the fan, it doesn't come back to you. All the best.